Good morning, good morning. This is a surprise, isn't it? So I wasn't planning to come and do a drop-in this morning, but I thought I've got an hour, so I'm going to do a drop-in this morning. And if you want to come in and connect or ask questions, feel free to do so. So just doing a menopause drop-in this morning for an hour while I've got the time. But good morning to everyone. Good morning. I hope you're well. And we had our music, dance and laughter night last night, and it was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. Hey Jen, how are you? This is didn't plan this at all. I thought I've got an hour, so I'd come and do a drop-in for an hour just to see how everyone is, see if there's any questions anyone would like to ask. Yeah, just see how things are. Do you want to come up and just listening in at work? Oh, okay, you're listening in at work. That's great. Thanks for joining. It was a brilliant evening, wasn't it? Even with the technical difficulties, we had hiccups, right? But we still navigated through. That's all good. I'm not one to just give up and throw in the towel like that. I keep pushing through. But yeah, so I thought I've got an hour, about an hour, and I thought, why not do a drop-in and see if anyone's about, to see if anyone would like to ask any questions, just to share, just to be heard and understood, to be honest with you. As we know, sometimes we just want to be heard and just, just understood about this journey that we are about to embark on, or we are actually navigating through, trying to navigate through the best as we can. So those of you who don't know who I am Jackie. I'm a menopause wellness practitioner as well as a menopause nutrition and weight loss management practitioner. And generally we meet up 3 evenings a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays. And we talk about all things to do with our journey, and we share experiences and just giving each other support, really. That's the main thing, to give each other support. We are in the process of opening up a few menopause cafes around the UK. Actually, one is opening up in Southeast Wales, and there will be another one shortly. I'm just going to be confirming that this week, so I won't say anything yet until I confirm the venue. And yeah, that will be the second one. I have been doing menopause cafes for quite some time, actually, so one of them is going to be relocated, and so I will keep you up to date on that information. Also, January the 24th, Saturday the 24th of January, we are going to be having our very first face-to-face Embracing Menopause event, and that is going to be 2 till 5, and the day or the event is going to be all about community well-being and just supporting you to embrace this journey. So if you are available, please go and get your tickets. Hey, Michael Jackson, welcome. Please go and get your tickets. They are free. You will need your tickets. It is a ticketed event, so you won't be admitted without your tickets. But as I said, they are free, so you can go and get them. What else? Yes, I'm almost, well, I shouldn't say almost. I am still working through the website, so I'm hoping that will be live this week, to be honest with you. I'm really hoping that will be live this week. And so there's lots of elements to it, and you'll be able to find out some information very shortly. So yes, just welcome. Hey Lilith, how are you today? I am. This wasn't planned. I just finished doing some crafting. Hey Lilith, I just finished doing some crafting, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to pause and stop. I've done that for the morning. Thank you very much. And I'm going to do a bit more on the website, and I thought, let me just give an hour this morning to the community and do a menopause drop-in this morning. just for an hour, probably about half at 12:30, and I will stop for today. And then I'll be back tomorrow with our symptom series, right? Symptom series, and we're going to be talking about bloating. That's another symptom. There's lots of symptoms, aren't there? So many symptoms. And we are going to be discussing the bloating side of things. That's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. But yes, back to today. We're just going to be doing for the next till 12:30. We're going to be just doing a impromptu drop-in. And if anyone's got any questions, if there's anyone around. Lilith, yeah, Jen and I were just saying that we had a really good time last night, particularly, as aside the technical issues, but we navigated through that, didn't we? Use the time to talk until we can resolve it. I won't be using that laptop again, that's for sure. Definitely won't be using that laptop again. I thought about that and I thought, yeah, I'll use the old laptop, it'll be fine. But no, I'm going to have to just start using a new one. But I hope you had a great time, Lilith. It was, it was definitely, it's nice to just forget about things sometimes, right? And just put what's going on around us to one side as best as we can. And just let your hair down and just enjoy some music, right? Just absolutely enjoy some music. Some of the comments were filtered. But yeah, so if you've got any questions around menopause, if you would like to just connect, you're not English. Okay. You have an opinion, that's fine. You have an opinion. So if you want to connect, yes, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, I do like singing. I may not always sing in tune, but yeah, it's okay most of the time. Just enjoy, isn't it? Live your life your way, right? Live life your way, absolutely. But yeah, we're back onto symptom series tomorrow, and then we will continue with that into the new year, way into the new year. But we've still got a few special guests coming up, and we've got a lot more things happening. So we will continue. We will absolutely continue. Good morning, Mandy. Chinwe, good morning, good morning. So this is the Menopause Wellness community. So we meet up and just kind of support each other whilst we're navigating through our journey, and also supporting those who are about to embark on their journey as well, because just so that there's enough, they're educated enough to know what potentially could happen and how to look after themselves, right? As I said, I truly believe that if we had the knowledge on how to take care of ourselves, properly take care of ourselves during our menstrual cycles, we would probably have a smoother transition into this era of our life now. Definitely have a smoother transition. That's what I feel anyway. Good morning, Nanny. We're having just until 12:30. We're going to have a impromptu menopause drop-in. That's what we're doing this morning. I had about an hour spare and thought, what better way than to just come on here and just do a drop-in. Absolutely, Liz. Absolutely. It's good to let your hair down, right? And just forget about your worries. Yeah, thank you, Nanny. Yeah, I was just saying to Jen and Lilith, it was a good night last night. It was absolutely a good night. It went so quick though as well, didn't it? The time just goes so quickly, even though usually we have an hour, and we managed to do 2 hours last night, but it still went quickly. And even with the technical issue, we still navigated through it quite smoothly. Absolutely. We rely so much on technology, don't we? And sometimes it does let us down. It absolutely lets us down. But we just got to work around it. That's what we've done. Absolutely work around it. But I hope you're all well this morning and you've had a great start to the morning. Do you know what I did this morning? I have decided to pause on the gym for a little while, so not go back to the gym and actually do a workout at home. I've got some equipment at home, why not utilize it? So this morning I did an hour an hour of exercises. Warmed up, done Russian twists, done planking. What else did I do? There was some stuff that I've tried for the first time. What's it called? Dead bug or something like that. My goodness me, that really worked on my core. But yeah, but an hour, just over an hour of exercises this morning, and I've deliberately set the alarm for tomorrow already at 5 a.m. to get up and do an hour of exercise before I leave the house tomorrow, because I'm out tomorrow and I've got to leave early. So I'm going to be committed to this and see how what difference does it make, if it does at all. So yeah, I'm going to start doing my exercises at home, as well as walking as well, going to do my walks when I can, when it's not pouring down with rain. Hey Ghost, I'm good, thank you. How are you? Hope you're well. That's brilliant, Jack. Oh, do you know what, Lilith? When I first started exercising at home, it was challenging because you're at home in the comfort of your own home and you think, you get a distraction, you think, oh, I'll go and do that later. But no, I'm determined. I just put the phone on. I don't even do it to any music. I should just put some music on as well. But I will put the phone there and put the timer on, and I will always warm up by stepping up and down on the steps. I've actually got the step piece of equipment, actually. I've forgotten what it's called. I've actually got that, but it's underneath things and I just haven't got it out. Hey, Just Empress, how are you? Good morning, good morning. I'm just doing until 12:30. I'm doing Menopause Drop-In. I had an hour. I've just finished doing some crafting and thought, you know what, I've stopped just before I do something else. I've got an hour to give to the community. So I've just come in just until that time to do a menopause drop-in. So yeah, we was just talking about last night, and I was just saying to Lilith that it's exercising at home. It was a challenge at first, but I just continued, and I have to be consistent with myself. So yeah, be consistent and you end up getting there. And even if I know I do an hour workout at home, even if you start off by doing 5 minutes, listen, 5 minutes is time, it's something, isn't it? Start off small and then work your way up. So it's like when I started walking, I only walked for probably about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And then now I walked for 2 hours now. Just build up over time. I always try and push myself and do something slightly different every time I do a workout. So yeah, this morning, an hour, and I was sweating, I'm telling you. I was absolutely sweating. The core exercises, oh my goodness me. Oh, but I feel great after. Absolutely feel great. I'm telling you, getting over our big night, I'm telling you, I actually felt like I went out to a nightclub or something. I'm telling you, this morning when I woke up, I actually felt I had a good night out. My throat was just a bit sore from all the singing. My goodness me. Oh, thank you, Lilith. Thank you. You know what? I feel that although I'm at the position where I can push myself, I wasn't always there to begin with. And that's why I always encourage everyone in the community. It's small steps, and you have to, your limitations, right? You have to take those small steps. And if those small steps means 2 minutes, then do your 2 minutes, and then do your 2 minutes again. If you can push yourself to an extra 2 minutes, then push yourself to 2 minutes. It doesn't have to be that, big step. It can be as small as you like. I remember when I first started jogging, I'm not a big fan of jogging. I'm not a big fan of jogging at all. And when I first started jogging on the treadmill in the gym, I thought, oh gosh, I don't enjoy this. So literally done 30 seconds of jogging. Now, someone will say to me, Jackie, 30 seconds of jogging isn't no time, but it was time for me. That's my time. I chose to do 30 seconds, and to the point where I did it sporadically. I wasn't keeping up with it. And the other day I went to the gym. I probably was last week, the week before. I went to the gym and I actually jogged for 2 minutes without stopping. That to me is a big achievement, right? And this is what I'm saying. We have to take our achievements and acknowledge those achievements, because what is achievement to you may not be an achievement to somebody else. But do you know what? That's them. You got to focus on you. So that jogging, yeah. And when I go for a walk, when I walk, I live on a gradient, a bit of a gradient up to my house. And when I go for a walk, on the way back, what I will do is jog up the hill. 2 hills actually, and that's what I do. And that's my little push, because I'm not a big fan of jogging. So I do as much as I want to do, right? I do as much as I can do. I feel that I'm quite capable of doing it. So that's what I do. But when you are doing your things, do as much as you can. And if it's 1 minute, 2 minutes, it's fine. 30 seconds. Remember, I started off with 30 seconds of jogging. To me, that was a lot, for the simple reason I'm not a big fan of jogging. Absolutely not a big fan. And my 30 seconds now has gone to 2 minutes. Right? Whether I will be able to do those 2 minutes again, I don't know. I will see when I do it again. What exercise can I do with COPD? I have trouble walking far. Okay, Nanny. So with your COPD, what I would say again is maybe do some chair exercises if you can. Sit on a chair, get yourself comfortable, and just raise your legs. When you do, if I can, I don't know if I can show you here. So when you say, they say this is your legs, right? Because I'm such in a small space here. So this is your legs. You're sitting down on the chair, and just slowly, just raise your leg up and raise it back down again. Do the other one, raise your leg up and raise it back down again. And if you can only do 2, then do that. And then build yourself up that way. It may be that you do that 3 times a day, right? Raise your leg up and down. So you can just stick to some chair exercises with your condition. And you can do, with your chair exercises, you can be stretching up like this as well, stretching your arms up and then stretching it to the front. Up again and stretching it to front. As long as you're moving, right? As long as you're moving. Elevate your legs and rotate your ankles one way, rotate them the other way. Just slowly, just do as much as you can. Thank you for the follow, Candy Girl. Welcome to the live and welcome to the community. Community warrior now, right now. Anyone who has not followed us before and would like to be part of the community, all you need to do is follow, and then you are now a community warrior. We meet up Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays at 8 p.m. British summertime, just for an hour. Today is impromptu menopause drop-in. That's what I'm doing here today, just for 1 hour. I normally do them for 3 hours. But do you know what? This week is such a busy week for me. It's such a busy week for me. So I'm just getting in time when I can. So I've got an hour before I need to finish off some work, some admin. So yeah, just until 12:30. Can I get a clap, please? I'm going to chair exit. Yay! Exercises, yeah, perfect. Do you know what? Even the little exercises do not have to be strenuous. They don't. They really don't have to be strenuous at all. You manage what you can. Even if you stand up and go to sit back down on the chair again. Stand up and go to sit back on the chair. You're moving. Your joints are moving. I'm telling you, your joints are going to appreciate you. They're going to love you for it. Right? Do as much as you can. Don't care what anyone is saying and saying, oh, that's not exercise. Of course it's exercising. Moving is exercising. You do this, right? It's moving. It's a form of exercise. It's like you can do face exercises, right? You can do exercises. Do as much as you can. Absolutely as much as you can. Good morning, Bless. Welcome. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Yeah, Nanny, let me know how you get on with them. Hi, Candy Girl. How are you this morning? Do you know what? Right now, I just feel, I don't know how, I can't even explain it. I feel great because this morning I got up and I really pushed myself, even to the point when I was doing planks. I did 3 rounds of planks. I did planks for 45 seconds. Now, someone may say that's not long. Look, 45 seconds of planks. Then I went from 45 seconds of planks to the dead bugs. It was the first time I tried these dead bugs. Believe me, you. Oh my gosh, it really hit my core. And then after that, I did 12 of those, 12 reps. No, it's not. Yeah, 12 reps. And then I went straight into Russian twists, right? Listen. And then I did it again. I did it 3 times, 3 sets, right? Call them 3 sets. Oh my goodness me. Listen. The core is coring. And now if I keep up with that, and I'm moving intentionally with my home exercising, because I said, you know what, I'm not spending money on the gym. I'm going to do it at home. There's equipment at home I can do. And I did the resistance bands as well. Thank you, Lilith. The resistance bands, wrapping them around my hand and then just pulling them like that 15 times. I did that 3 times, right? I'm telling you, I've got all the equipment at home. I even checked what I can do at home because I do deadlifts at the gym. What can I do instead of deadlifts at home as an alternative? And I'm doing that as well. I even done something called goblet squats. Never heard of them before, but I did them today, right? Just doing it at home and just being intentional. And tomorrow I am going to get up because I've got an early start tomorrow. I've set my alarm already for 5 a.m. and I'm going to get up tomorrow morning at 5 a.m, go and do my workout downstairs, and then I'm going to get myself going. I'm going to be intentional. This is me. But like I said, you know what? You do as much as you can. Thank you. And actually, yeah, feel great for it. Absolutely feel great. But yeah, so what else did I want to say to you as well today? As well as having the drop-in, those of you on the For You page, if you are watching in and you'd like to come in and say hi, if you don't want to come in, that's fine, because I understand. I always look back on someone. I've been on people's For You pages for a long time. Well, I want to just see if it's, is it something that I want to just come in and say hi. But if you've got any questions, feel free to DM me. I can get back to you with the answers on that if you'd like to connect. I came across a lady on TikTok actually, and she was doing exercises in her garden, and she just very inspiring, and that's what made me think again that, do you know what, I can just do this from home. Absolutely do this from home. You just have to be consistent, right? And be committed, be motivated to do it. And sometimes you don't have the motivation. I hear that. But if you are consistent, so if it came to the point where, do you know what, you're not feeling 100%, maybe rather than 10 minutes, cut it down to 5 minutes or even 2 minutes, because it's something rather than nothing. And then just work your way up that way. But yeah, as soon as it stops raining, I'm going for a walk. I'm going to go for a walk today, a bit later on. Yeah, just Empress, let us know how you get on with the exercises, the chair exercises, because I'm telling you, there's exercises for everyone out there. Absolutely exercises for everyone, right? No matter how little it is, it's a movement. That's all we're doing. We're moving our body. And it's amazing what we, as well as keeping hydrated, we need to move our bodies and keep hydrated. It's amazing what those little movements on a regular basis will do. I'm telling you, I don't know if I remember sharing with you that I got told from an x-ray, I've got arthritis in both shoulders. And I used to get a lot of pain in my shoulders. And you know what? Since moving regularly, I don't have no pain in my shoulders anymore. No pain at all. So the moving is clearly helping me. So I'm going to keep on moving. Absolutely keep on moving. Oh, I don't know what I done. Sorry. I didn't mean to invite whoever I invited up. I did not mean to invite you up. My finger is all over the place on this screen. But yeah, what is everyone up to today? Is everyone, I know Jen's listening in from work. I am doing some work as well, but I thought I'd give an hour first and then I'm going to do some work because I have been up quite early. I'm just taking a little break. Thank you for the follow. Rosmu, is it Rosmut? Thank you for the follow and welcome. You are now a menopause community warrior. Community warrior. Please ignore the invite. Ignore the invite. What have I done here? Oh, okay, I need to come out of this. Absolutely need to come out of this. All right, let me just come out for this. Here we go. You see, I tap things when I'm not supposed to tap things, right? And look what happens. Absolutely. Let me just come out of this and then here we go. Back to square one. Back to square one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get the thing behind this doubling up and just coming on and just doing nothing and even battling. I just, yeah, don't have time for that, to be honest with you. Yeah, thank you, bless. Do you know what? This is just impromptu menopause drop-in, and yeah, it's great that you're sharing. I'm going to be here until 12:30, and then I'll get on with the rest of my day because I've got so much. I've got such a busy week this week. This is why I'm trying to grab moments of connecting with like-minded people. So if you are, please feel free to share the live, let other people know that we're here until 12:30. And if you've got any questions, if you want to share your experiences, you know, sometimes when we share our own experiences, yes, it is personal to us, but when we share our own experiences, sometimes it gives someone else that light bulb moment, doesn't it? Provides a light bulb moment to someone else to just think, oh my gosh, I thought it was just me. I thought it was just me, and it's actually not just me, you know? Yeah, so this is why we share, right? This is absolutely why we share. I'm going to be careful with where I put my fingers because I just keep on pressing things that I'm not supposed to be pressing. Absolutely, Lilis. You know what? I feel that everyone is going to be at a different stage, right? When it comes to life, when it comes to being able to move, everyone's going to be at different stages. Individuals, you may have, you know, things that are preventing you from achieving that movement. But you know what? Even if you do part of it, just some of it, just walking from one room to the next room, that's moving. Yeah. I don't know if you saw the post that I put on quite a way back, a few weeks back, that I was just stepping up and down on my step on the staircase leading up to the office. I don't have a massive hallway. I've got a tiny hallway, but you know what? I'm going to keep stepping up and down. And I did that for what? 5 minutes. That's what I do in the mornings to warm up before I go downstairs. A 5-minute warm up by consistently stepping up and down on the stairs. And do you know what? If you don't have stairs, you can just stand still and step up and down. March. This is one of the things that I did today as well when I was downstairs. I did marching in between some exercises just for a minute. I even skipped for a minute. Oh my goodness me. Do you know what? I forget what it's like skipping. It is really tiring. But again, the more you do it, the more consistent you are, the more you get used to it. So then you can push yourself a bit more. When you get to the point where you are exercising and it's not having an impact on you, or you don't feel like you're even exercising, that's when you got to step up step up to the next level. That's what you've got to do. I've got to push this back. I've been working on here. There we go. So you, as I said, do you, however however much you can do, that's what you're going to do. You know, exactly. And if that is a minute, then a minute is more than what you did before. Exactly more than what you did before. Remember my 30 seconds of jogging? Listen, I don't like jogging. I don't enjoy jogging. And I did 30 seconds of jogging on a treadmill, and that was it. And now I'm up to 2 minutes. That's a big thing for me. Absolutely a big thing for me. Helms Deep, welcome, welcome. Yes, chair yoga is fantastic, right? Chair yoga is good. So, but welcome to the community. Welcome to the community. Let me just see. Oh, what have I done here? Welcome, welcome. I don't know what I've done to all my I don't know what I've done to all my, I don't know, I've pressed something and it's disappeared. Absolutely disappeared. Okay. It'll come back another time. Here we go. I found it now. Yeah. I like having my little claps down at the bottom there. I have to find them. Helms Deep. Hello, how are you? So I'm just doing until 12:30. Did an impromptu menopause drop-in this morning. Just an impromptu menopause drop-in. And I'm going to see. So we've got Lilith, Nanny, Bless, Romy, is it Iqbal, and Nun. Welcome to the community. Yeah, we normally meet up 3 times a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Yesterday, we had our music, dance, and laughter night yesterday. It was good. I'm telling you, you know what? Community members, the queens in the community, they have got some music, you know, I'm telling you. They were choosing some bangers, I'm telling you. Swimming is good. Yeah, if you like swimming and if you can go out and swim, you have to be able to swim as well, right? You know what, with swimming, I am not I wouldn't say I'm a strong swimmer. However, I then went to have some lessons, private lessons, because I just wanted to be a stronger swimmer, particularly when I go and swim in the sea. Swimming in the sea is completely different than swimming in the swimming pool, right? So I wanted to, because I knew I was going on holiday, I went and got some private lessons. And it was then that I actually realized that I actually can swim better underwater than above water, than on top of the water. Yeah. So now when I go on holiday, I go and do my snorkeling. I go and do snorkeling and I go and swim underwater. I mean, I won't venture too far out, but I'll get there eventually. Definitely get there eventually. Remember, I said small steps, small steps. Know your limitations. Your small steps are, you know, and a big achievement to you. And forget what anyone else is going to say. I could not have HRT due to cancer. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Helms. There's going to be other things that you can do as well. There are going to be other things that you can do as well. So there are going to be herbs and spices. There are going to be supplements that you can take, those sort of things. We have got a list in the community that I can share with you, lists of supplements and also herbs and spices. Also foods, what foods are going to be beneficial to be eating during the menopause, perimenopause, menopause, or postmenopause. Yeah, I can send over to you. So if you just reach out to me and send me your email address, don't put it in the chat, pop it in a DM or an email. You can go onto the page and click on the email link. It will open up the email to the community, and then I can send it over to you today. I'm not going to remember, just walking up and down. Yeah, no, even that is very true. I'm telling you, I used to do aqua aerobics. It's really challenging, isn't it? I remember I got a injury from that actually. You know those noodles that they put in the pool? It was one of those, and that you had to step up and step down on it. And I'm telling you, I think I did it quite. I don't know. I think I put too much effort into it. I had a foot ache after that. I definitely had a foot ache. But yeah, just walking up and down in the pool, absolutely. Do as much as you can. Absolutely do as much as you can. Hi, Romy. Hey, Darcy, how are you? We're just here until 12:30 having a drop-in this morning. I'm just catching some moments this week. It's going to be like this week because I've got such a busy week this week. I am just stealing some moments from my busy day, and this is one of them. So I'm here until 12:30 today. I walk for 1 hour once a week. A couple of my friends and that's fantastic. Congratulations on the walking, and again, just go for that walk. If you're not a person to go and walk outdoors, you know what, walk indoors. As I said, I've got a small hallway, and sometimes I just use that space to just step up and down. I might take only 6 steps. I may open the bathroom door and walk in there as well and come back out. Just pace up and down. It's all walking, isn't it? It's nice to get out and get the fresh air, though. It's nice to get out and get the sunlight on you. Well, as much as sunlight as possible, particularly if you're in the UK. We don't have much sunlight at the moment, do we? But just get as much walking as you can. And if that's starting off at home, absolutely start off at home. If you're confined to a chair during the day and you can't get up and walk, maybe just sit in the chair and just raise your legs, raise your knees up and down just as many times as you can. There's always going to be an alternative. I'm a swimming teacher. Water confidence is so important. Absolutely, Darcy. Absolutely. Where do you teach? Are you based in the UK? And even though, I swim, but as I said, I'm not a strong swimmer. And I actually went and found a swimming instructor just on a one-to-one basis, just to build my confidence up. And it worked. It absolutely worked. Because when we go on holiday, my husband is a water baby, absolutely a water baby. And he will go and swim in the sea. Listen, I'm just watching him, but he wants me to go in the sea with him. So now what I said, okay, because I want to, do something with him as well. I started saying to myself, right, I need to build my confidence up in the sea, because swimming in the sea, as I said, is different from swimming in the pool. So that's why I went and got the additional lessons. And that's when I found out that I swim better underwater. Absolutely swim better underwater. And so now when we go into the sea, I'm quite happy to snorkel without an instructor. I will snorkel, and I'd venture out as far as my feet can touch the bed of the sea, right? A bit further out, then I'm going to probably need an instructor, but I'll get there slowly but surely, right? Small steps, small steps. But no, it's good that you are absolutely doing what you can. I think I'm menopausal. I'm just catching I think I'm perimenopausal. Oh, Darcy, I'm sorry to hear that. GPs tend to only have 1 hour menopause training. So they may not be aware. They may not understand. So when you go to your GP, it's really important that you are armed with the information. It just may well be that you are teaching your GP something. Unless your GP decides to go off and do more training and become, specialized in women's health, they're not going to know. 1 hour of menopause training is not a lot of time. So we're going to be armed, right? But don't let any GP tell you anything different. If you are feeling those experiences, then it may well be. I don't know if you would like to share in here. I can always speak to you on a one-to-one basis, but why do you think you are perimenopausal? Why do you think you're perimenopausal? Helms Deep. Oh, thank you, Helms Deep. Thank you. Thank you for the follow, Darcy. Oh, you're Sandwell. No, I'm telling you, swimming instructors. It's fantastic because it builds your confidence, doesn't it? I mean, I would never dive in a pool. I would never dive in the sea, but maybe one day when I grow up, maybe one day I will do it. Bye, Just Empress. You too. I feel like a GP only wants to. Yeah. Do you know what? Good for you. Research. I'm always encouraging, community members, do your research. Even when I share information with you, don't take my word for God. Do your research, right? Yes, I am qualified menopause wellness menopause practitioner, menopause wellness practitioner, as well as a menopause nutrition and weight loss management practitioner. But even when I give you information, go and do your research, because that is really good. That is really good to hear, because the information I give you, one size does not fit all, right? I may be giving you generic information. You're going to have to go and do some research. You're going to have to do some trial and errors as well, because you may decide that you're going to start doing something, a regime, let's say start taking a supplement, and actually the supplement isn't working for you. You may have to increase the dosage of it. You may have to take it differently. Just like the other day, I was taking my evening primrose and starflower oil capsules, 2 of those. And then I was also taking calcium and cod liver oil capsules. Thank you, Darcy, for the heart me. My cod liver oil capsules, 1 of those. And I was also taking my magnesium capsules, magnesium glycinate. I'm taking 2 of those capsules. And I was taking those at a different time during the day, along with moringa seeds, but I stopped taking moringa seeds. I think I was taking a bit too many, so that's why it was having an impact on me. So I stopped taking those, but I switched it up a little bit, and I started taking them in the morning on an empty stomach. And from I've been taking them in the morning on an empty stomach, they have worked for me, because I'm getting a better night's sleep. I'm not waking up during the night as I used to before. And that was just changing up the way I was taking my supplements. So sometimes we've just got to change it up sometimes, So it is very much a trial and error thing. It's going to be a trial and error thing for you. But definitely, and I wouldn't want anyone to feel that they are bullied into taking HRT. There are going to be alternatives out there. GPs don't really look at alternatives, because even when I don't go to my GP very often, but I remember going to my GP many years ago and asking about, mentioning about alternatives, and the GP said, well, I'm not sure about that. But yeah, sometimes you have to go and educate your GP sometimes. They're humans. They're not going to know everything. Right? And sometimes when we read things textbook, when we're taught textbook, it doesn't work like that sometimes. That's like saying everyone's going to start to learn to walk by the age of 8 months. It's impossible. That's not going to be the same for everyone. Even as much as these textbooks we read, and this is what it's saying, it may be that it's slightly different when it comes to real life, when it comes to actually navigating through it. It's going to be different for everyone. So good for you for doing your research. Yeah, absolutely. Do your research. Yeah, go armed with information to your GPs. And be a good advocate for yourself, a better advocate for yourself. If you feel that you're not able to do advocate for yourself, then bring someone with you to your GP appointment, your consultation. Bring someone with you and let them support you to be a better advocate for yourself. Okay, so Darcy, you got mood swings, crying a lot. Okay, so it sounds as though you've got typical classic symptoms of perimenopause. Darcy, I can send over a list of symptoms that are perimenopause and menopause. Now, they're not to overwhelm you because there's a list of 90 symptoms on the list. No, they're not all common symptoms. The common symptoms for perimenopause are going to be mood swings. They're going to be hot flushes, and they're going to be brain fog. Now, those symptoms are going to be and night sweats. They're common for perimenopause. They're also common for menopause and common for postmenopause. Now, the uncommon symptoms, this is where the 90 list comes into it. You know, sometimes some people have a list of 34, but in the community we have a list of 90 symptoms. Now, it is not to overwhelm you. It's just to have the knowledge of, if I'm experiencing this, can it be menopausal? Absolutely. It may well be menopausal. However, I don't want you to have this list and then just accept that it is menopausal. If you're concerned about any symptoms that you are experiencing, it doesn't feel right, you've got a gut feeling that something isn't right, go and speak to your GP. Because although it's on the list of perimenopause and menopause and postmenopause, it may be something else. Yeah, so it does sound that you've got classic signs of perimenopause. And yeah, you're 45. Now, it states that perimenopause is from the age of 45 to 55. It's typically at 51, at age 51 in the UK and the US. However, we know in the community that there are people younger navigating through their perimenopause. Younger than 45. I think the youngest one we have in the community is 29. So we know it's not impossible. Susie, thank you for the follow. So Darcy, reach out to me and I can send you over the list. Remember, it's not to overwhelm you. It's just to have that information there, so you are armed with information. You're just building up your knowledge. This is what the community is about. The community is a safe space, as safe as it can be on this platform, to be heard and understood and support, because it's really sad when I hear that GPs are not listening, they're turning away. I hear you. I went through the same experience. My GP turned me away 3 times, and so I decided to walk on this journey alone. Remembering, I'm going to share again, I came across some information, some research that stated that menopausal women, us warriors, go to our GPs 10 times before we are heard and understood. 10 times is 10 times too many. By then, we're thinking, oh my gosh, are we going mad? Am I imagining this? Why am I experiencing this and no one's listening? Yeah, it's a lot. It is absolute a lot. And this is one of the reasons why I set the community up, because I felt alone in my journey. When I was 42, when I embarked on perimenopause, and I went to my GP, got sent away. He said, you're too young. Second time, no. Third time, I put my foot down. I got a blood test, and the blood test came back indicating that my hormones were fine. I wasn't navigating through the menopause. I absolutely was. But I just was not listened to. And so I just navigated the journey alone. And it was a lonely journey. And, you know, I went through my menopause. Remember, when menopause is one day in that journey. And then I post-menopause. And I don't even feel on my medical notes that it states that I am in post-menopause, because I didn't go back to my GP. So they don't know I'm in my menopause journey. They don't know. So this is why, another reason why the community is here, to support each other, absolutely support each other. The more we know, we can share our stories, we can share our experiences, we can educate each other. You know, again, when we are listening to everyone else and we're given information and information is being shared, do your due diligence. That's the best thing you can do for yourself. One size does not fit all. Okay. Yes, there could be 10 of us taking a supplement, but it's going to work different for everyone. That is why I always encourage everyone, keep a menopause tracker, track your menopause, track your symptoms, know what exacerbates your symptoms, know, how the supplements that you are taking, are they actually working for your symptoms? So when you are taking supplements, rather than taking 2 or 3 supplements in one go, if they're new to you, start taking one. Have one and then have it over a period of maybe 2 weeks. Record all the symptoms that they are helping with or they're not helping with. Just record that journey for 2 weeks. It may be shorter time, but just that one. And then introduce your second one when you are clear about how the first one is working for you. And then we're going to move on, adding a second one in. And then the second supplement, how is that working now? The first supplement is helping with the hot flushes. They're helping with my sleep. And okay, now the second one is helping with my anxiety, is helping with brain fog. This is what we're going to be doing rather than taking them all at once, because otherwise, how do we know what's working for what? So we just need to be a bit more intentional with how we are taking our supplements and why are you taking them? What do you want them to be working on? And just making a note of them. Whether you're making a note mentally, whether you're jotting it down in your phones or on paper, however, do it your way. Is that why you are glowing? Oh, I'm glowing. Do you know what? I am glowing because do you know what? I've changed. I've made a life change. I've made a life change since January, and I'm still continuing with this life change. And this is why I'm stepping into your fitness, and I'm taking in the first cohort in January. I changed the way I eat. I changed how I move now. I'm moving a lot more better. I've lost some weight. But I only use on my skin what the Yuka app tells me that is good or excellent. That's all I use. I won't use it on my skin if it's poor or bad. I only use avocado oil and argan oil. I mix it together and that's what I use on my skin. I just have a simple regime in the morning and in the evening with my skin. And yeah, that's all I do. But do you know what? It makes a difference when you start being intentional with your self-care. It makes a big difference to how you start feeling, and it builds up your confidence. It builds you to the point where, you know what? I can do this. You absolutely can do this. And you do not need any validation from anyone. This is what it does. But thank you, Efron, for noticing. Yeah, I feel glowy. I have other symptoms as well that come and go. Yeah, and Darcy, that will happen. That will absolutely happen. When we are navigating through the menopause, okay, our hormones are doing their thing. Our hormones are doing their thing. And it's about knowing that, you know what, we've got estrogen. That's the big boy. That is the big one. Estrogen, the progesterone and testosterone. Listen, we have over 200 hormones in our body, right? But those are the key players. And when they start declining, they start fluctuating. They can fluctuate, but they will start declining. And these are why we start experiencing these symptoms, because of our hormones. So we need to be mindful about that, and we need to be aware about and educate ourselves on what the hormones do for us. Yeah. What is it called? Our endocrine system. Right? This is where our organs produce hormones. And they produce and release hormones. And we just need to know what's going on, right? We can start educating ourselves. Nothing wrong. We don't know. That's fine. We can educate ourselves, okay? And again, this is why the community is here, just to pass on information. Then you can go and do some more research. And if we're looking after those systems, as we're getting older and more graceful and more wise and beautiful, we're looking after those systems. Our body will look after ourselves. But it's really important to be mindful about what you eat. My goodness me, I'm telling you, That's been a big game changer for me. Changing the way I eat. I cut out sugar anyway. Okay, cut out sugar out my diet. Now, those of you who want to be trying to cut out sugar and feel that it's a struggle, take your time. Absolutely take your time. You're not racing with anyone, right? I am one of those people that when I make a commitment, I commit. I go full in. I'm hardcore me. I'm a hardcore girly. If I say I'm going to stop eating sugar, I would just stop, just like that. I wouldn't recommend anyone to do that. I wouldn't say any of that to my clients. I would not say that to my clients. Slowly but surely. Hi, Sarah. Slowly but surely. But I tell you what, changing the way I eat has been a game changer, because we don't realize sometimes what we eat has an impact on our health. What we eat is raising our stress levels. What we eat is raising our anxiety levels. What we eat is making us ill. We don't realize that. This is why I'm always saying again to my clients, carry out a food diary. Do a food diary. Your food diary is going to give you a broad picture of just how you eat and what you're eating. Because a lot of the time, life is lifing, right? Let's be honest, life is lifing. And what we tend to do is we're not really mindful about what we're eating. We just grab something to eat because we know we need to fuel our bodies. That's what we need to do. And you're right, we need to fuel our bodies. But what are we fueling our bodies with? So we just need to sometimes just stop. And this is why I say that 7-day food diary will actually highlight in true self what you are eating and how you're eating. So I want you to record every single thing that you are eating, whether that is even chewing gum. I know you're not eating chewing gum, but you're putting it in your mouth. Okay. Everything that you put in your mouth, drinking. If you have a sip of a Coke, then Coca-Cola, you have a sip, you need to jot that down. Even if you have a pinch of some crisps from a friend, one sweet, I just had one, it doesn't matter. Everything needs to be documented. And then you can actually analyze your food diary. You'll be able to analyze your food diary. If you can't analyze it, I can have a look and analyze it. Because it's then when you have that in black and white in front of you, then you can actually identify just how you are eating. Thank you very much for the heart, me. I appreciate that. Just how you are eating and what you're eating. Yeah. And make a change. And again, change the way you want to. If you feel that, you know what, I'm not able to do this, then do you know what? Take your time. Take your time and do it. Absolutely take your time and do it. Even those small changes. Okay, if you like sugar, then maybe rather than sugar, swap it out a little bit. You have 2 teaspoons of sugar. Rather than have 2 teaspoons, maybe have 1, and then, try and cut it down that way, or 1.5. Maybe swap it out with some honey. Try a different way. Because you know what? We condition ourselves. We learn these behaviors. They're learnt behaviors. And we can so unlearn these behaviors and then relearn new behaviors. That's what we can do. But we have to want to do it. This is the thing. We have to want to do it. And if you don't want to do it, then maybe you're not ready for it. All in good time, when you are ready. Okay, I'm never going to stand there and say, you must do this, you must do that. No, who am I to tell you that? You do it yourself. Besides you telling me, Jackie, what are you talking about? Naff off, right? You do it yourself. Thank you for the follow, Kitty Cat. I found the lady care. Took all my menopause away. Okay, Jay, thank you for sharing. And this is the thing. It's fantastic that you can find something that works for you. One size does not fit all. Sometimes there's different forms of things. So I give you an example. I started taking the magnesium powder quite a while ago. Someone recommended it to me. I started taking the magnesium powder. Within taking the powder, within an hour, I started getting an excruciating headache. So I stopped taking the powder. But now I'm taking magnesium capsules. It's like the lion's mane. Lion's mane, there's tablets, capsules, powder, there's latte, there's tea bags. There's so many different forms. So I did my research and I decided, well, the Yuka app told me that the tea bags were the best. And the latte is fine. It's not coffee latte. It's got lion's mane. It's got I can't even say it. Ashwagandha. It's got all different things in it, but it's not got coffee in it. So I did my research, right? That's what I'm taking. So you have to take what works for you. One form may not work for you at first, and you may decide to try a different form. It's a journey. It's an absolute journey. And it's time consuming. It is. But you can't just give up on yourself like that, right? You're supporting your family. You're supporting your colleagues at work. You're not going to give up on them. So why are you giving up on yourself? Make it make sense. Queens, make it make sense. Yeah, Jody, I hear you. We want our lives back, and I hear what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Do you know what? You will get it back. You will absolutely get it back. You know, sometimes when we sit, it's okay. You know what? It's okay to feel sorry for ourselves. It is absolutely okay to feel sorry for ourselves. But there's a point in time when we start feeling sorry for ourselves. We can have our pity party, but don't have it for too long, because you got to continue what you're doing. All right. So after the pity party, let's crack on with it. Let's try our best to crack on with it. And you know what? You're going to find a way to navigate through it. Do you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I used to fight against this menopause journey. Absolutely fight against it. And it's a thing that I know I can't fight against it, because if I'm fighting against it, I'm not going to win. So what I done is I took a step back. I made some changes and I started embracing this journey. I embrace it. I'm telling you, I'm embracing it so tight that I'm squeezing the life out of it, right? And now I see the difference. I absolutely see the difference. I'm not saying I'm enjoying it, but because I'm embracing it, I've been able to just navigate through it a lot better than I was. A lot better than I was. So this is what I'm really encouraging you queens out there, right? Navigating through or about to embark on their journey. Try to embrace it as best as you can. Try and find those solutions. What works for you? Do you need to change up the way you eat? Do you need to change up the way you move? Is it that what you need to do before you can embrace it? And remember, there are factors. I'm always talking about factors we need to consider. We need to consider genetics. Yes, that is going to play a part of it. Yeah. We also need to consider our lifestyle. What's going on at the moment? Because if we are stressed, stress is not a good thing for our bodies, right? Stress can kill. Let's be honest. I'm going to be real here. It can absolutely do that. So do we need to remove stress from our life? Do we need to remove ourselves from a stressful situation? Stressful relationships, toxic relationships. Do we need to do that? Because without doing that first, are you then going to be able to embrace your menopause journey the best you can? Yeah. And if we're not happy in ourselves, then we need to work on that as well. There are a lot of factors to take into consideration. Absolutely a lot of factors. So I'm not just saying, do you know what, just because I did it, you're going to be able to do it. Everyone's different. Everyone's going to take time to do it. But I'm telling you, we can work on our, this is why I'm saying all the time, give ourselves some grace, some compassion. Be kind to yourself. You know what? We have to be kind to ourselves. I know we can be our worst critics. We can be our own worst critics, and we can absolutely tell ourselves that we don't deserve the best. We don't deserve, something new. We don't deserve that love. We don't deserve. Why are we telling ourselves this? Because we absolutely do deserve it. We do deserve the best. And why are we settling for second best, to be honest with you? Why are we settling for second best? Listen, we got to fix ourselves up. We got to fix ourselves up. Welcome everyone. Yeah, I get a bit, I'm just passionate about this, you know. I'm absolutely passionate about it. I stopped sugar 12 years ago. Don't like anything sweet anymore. You do get used to it, right? You get used to it. It's like, yeah, I stopped eating. I used to eat chocolate. I was that girly that ate chocolates every single evening after my evening meal. And I'm telling you, I put it in my mind that I felt I needed the chocolate. And it wasn't a piece of chocolate. It was probably half a bar of chocolate I would eat. I will go the whole hog sometimes and eat the whole bar of chocolate. And that was me probably last year. Absolutely last year. And I said, Jackie, you've got to change. You've got to make this change. Right? Particularly when I went and had my healthcare check and I got told I was pre-diabetes. Nah, I don't want to hear pre-diabetes. I'm not having it. It's not getting me. It's in my family. Diabetes is in my family. I was not going to be the one to get it. I'm going to change history. Just because everyone else has it doesn't mean I need to have it. So I'm not going to accept that. So I did something about it. So that was the driving force for me. Everyone's going to have their own different driving force, but you've got to have that driving force to say, why? Why am I going to do this? I'm doing it for me, but what's going to be the driving force, right? So I found my driving force, or my driving force found me when I got told that I'm pre-diabetes. Yeah, not happening. Not going to happen. So going from eating chocolate every single evening to not having any chocolate at all. You see, when I fancy something sweet, I'll get my little nuts, a mixture of nuts, put it in a little ramekin, and then add some raisins to it, and just mix that up a little bit, and just have some nuts and raisins. That's suffice. That's enough for me. But you learn. Remember, we learn these habits. We can absolutely unlearn them and relearn new habits. That's what we can do. Yes, we've got these habits. We can unlearn and relearn these habits. This is what we can do. And yes, it does take time. And yes, it is about being consistent with it. And you know what? Sometimes when we are learning our new way of life, our new habits, sometimes we will fall off the bandwagon and go back for the chocolate. But you know what? Don't beat yourself up about it. Enjoy the damn chocolate and then get back onto it. Don't beat yourself up about it. Okay, so we're here until 12:30 because I've got to get on with the rest of my things for the day. Hey, J Money, how are you? Oh, fantastic to hear that. Oh, I'm so glad it's worked for you. You see, after the first session, you've noticed a difference. Oh, long may it continue. So glad. You know, sometimes when we share information, we just weren't thinking about it and we get that light bulb moment. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to go and try. And sometimes trying, we don't know until we try, right? We absolutely don't know until we try. Hey, user 974, welcome to the community. I've been told by my GP to go, my levels are high and I'm in pre-menopause. I'm having a hard time. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm in one way, I'm happy that your FSH levels of that blood test, it shows that you are in it said pre-menopause, perimenopause. It shows that you are. So at least you know that, okay, the symptoms that I'm experiencing are down to my menopause journey. Okay, now let's look at something else. I don't know if your GP has recommended anything for you to do. In the community, we have lists of foods that are going to be useful to be eating whilst you're navigating through the menopause. We've got lists of supplements. We've got lists of herbs and spices, even nuts. What nuts are going to be useful to eat during this menopause journey. Lots of different lists. So feel free to reach out to me. All I need is your email. Do not pop it in this chat for me. Pop it in the DMs or send me an email. You can go onto the email link in the bio and click on the email link. I've added the email link to the community. I'm the only one who sees what's in the emails when you email me. I'm the only one who's got that access. So I will send you the information over. Yeah. But I hope that this hard time you are experiencing gets better, right? It will absolutely get better. I promise you that it will get better. The more we can embrace our journey, because let's be real, it's a life-changing transition that's going to happen. It happens to every woman, right? Now, it's something that we cannot escape. Yes, we are going to experience it all. However, we may experience it on different degrees, because I hear women say to me all the time, I didn't go through the menopause. I didn't go through any symptoms at all. They didn't recognize any symptoms at all. And remember, when we're in post-menopause, it doesn't mean it's the end of it. It doesn't mean it just stops one day. It doesn't happen like that, right? So it may be that they had a good regime in their lives in terms of what they're eating, how they're moving, that the symptoms were very minimal to nothing, right? But every woman will go through the menopause at some stage in their life. Oh, thank you, Gela. Do you know, all I put on my skin is I said earlier on, I don't know if you was here, I use argan oil and my brain. Argan oil and avocado oil. 2 oils I mix together and use it on my skin. Every day. The whole skin. Nothing else will go on my skin. My lunch break is over. Oh, you're welcome, Darcy. Hope to see you soon. Yeah, but you know what? We definitely will navigate through it. And I'm telling you, the moment we switch up our mindset and decide to navigate through this the best we can, it's different. It's a game changer. Absolute game changer. Right? And yeah, this is why the community is here. Absolutely why the community is here. Right. So we've only got 7 minutes before we sign off. This was an impromptu menopause drop-in, because this is what I'm doing this week around our Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays. And to be honest with you, I'm only going to be doing Tuesday and Thursday this week. Tuesday and Thursday this week. So I'm trying to just grab as many moments I can to come on to do drop-ins. Yeah, you're going to find something that works for you. Absolutely find something. And you know what? Let's not be forced into or feel that we have to go and take HRT. HRT, we don't know if it's going to work for us until we try it. Some women, warriors in the community, HRT has been great for them. It's been a game changer. Other warriors, it's not so great for them. We don't know until we try it. Me personally, I've just never taken HRT. I just never decided to take it. My research led me to make that decision. I stuck with it, and I've just navigated through. I'm navigating through the journey without it. Will I ever take it? I don't feel I will. Because I'm of that mindset that, no, it's not for me. It's just not for me. But do you know what? If you take it, that's up to you. Whatever you feel will get you through your journey, good for you. This is it. And don't let anyone else tell you any different. I hear sometimes that menopause warriors turn around and say, oh, I'm on HRT and I didn't want to say, why? Listen. This is your story. Be loud, be proud and be loud about it. If that's what works for you, good for you. Absolutely. What about dark chocolate? Dark chocolate is supposed to be good. 70% though. Go on the Yuka app. 70% of dark chocolate. I think it's 70%. Is it cacao? Yeah, I don't like dark chocolate. I'm still trying to learn to like it. I'm going to try and learn to like it. I suppose after a while you get used to liking it, right? But yeah, dark chocolate is supposed to be good. Research your things though. What have you replaced chocolate with? Hey Claire, I've replaced chocolate with nuts and raisins. That's what I do. I have nuts and raisins. That's what I eat. That's what I replace chocolate with, because to me it's just that sweet taste of the raisins, right? And they're not salty nuts and nuts. Can I be having perimenopause? Menopause? You absolutely can, Kelly Z. Remember perimenopause, they say around 45 to 55. I started my perimenopause at 42 like you. So remember, menopause is only one day in this journey. Perimenopause can last 4 to 8 years. It can last longer. My perimenopause was 10 years. And then menopause is one day. Menopause happens after 12 consecutive days of no menstrual cycle. That one day after that 12 months of no cycle is menopause, that one day. And then after that day, you're now in postmenopause. That's what it is. So yes, you can. The answer is yes, Kelly Z. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm going to try and learn to like dark chocolate. I might start soon. I'm going to try it. I haven't had chocolate for a long time. I might treat myself to some dark chocolate. Some good. Who can recommend a good dark chocolate to me? I'll try some. Dried fruit and nuts. Yep, absolutely, Lilith. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have porridge often, but when I do have porridge, I have pumpkin seeds in the porridge. Oh, pumpkin seeds and banana. I love it. And that's what I snack on a lot of as well, pumpkin seeds. Can you name the supplements, please? The supplements, there are different supplements. There is going to be evening primrose. I take evening primrose and starflower oil. I take them together because it's just one supplement. You can get starflower oil separately. That helps with mood swings and also night sweats. But evening primrose and starflower oil. There are also things like black coash is supposed to be good as well. Obi, is it Olivery? I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I do apologize if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly. I can send you out a list if you DM me. All I need is your email address. DM me or send an email. Go onto the email link and click on it and send me, and I can send over the list of supplements for you. Because I'd have to open it up on my laptop. But there are different supplements out there. Maca powder is another thing as well that is I've got in my cupboard. I take it day by day. Yep. So there are going to be different things being prescribed. Estrogen after going to surgical menopause. Oh, Dawn, sorry to hear. I hope the surgery went well for you. And yes, and I hope you got told by your surgeon that you will be going into, because this is surgically induced menopause. You having that surgery, it definitely will. Yeah. And I'm hoping now you can find something that will support you to navigate through this journey now. Oh, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. I'm hoping your sessions, you said you're taking sessions, right? Your acupuncture. I had 3 sessions and my frozen shoulder disappeared. I can only presume that it was the acupuncture that worked. I had 3. The 3rd session, and 2 weeks after the 3rd session, no, it was 2 weeks. It was about 3 days after the 3rd session it went. But again, as much as you need, everyone's body is different. It may be 2 that you need, it may be a bit more. Just monitor it. You've noticed the difference after 1 session, so keep going. That's fantastic. Thank you very much, user 364. Right, so it's 12:30 now. What I'm going to do, I am going to end the live. And as I said, I'm grabbing moments. Oh, you're welcome. I'm grabbing moments this week because I've got such a busy week. And I don't have a live on Sunday. So I'm going to grab some moments when I can. I'm going to stop now. I'm going to end the live the way I always end lives, in the two ways. I'm first going to send a virtual hug to everyone. And the second way is just to remember that you are not alone. If you feel alone after the live has ended, reach out to someone who you trust, who will listen to you, and who will understand you. Okay. I will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow, if you are around, is our back to our scheduled lives, 8 p.m. British summertime. And we are going to be continuing with our symptom series. And we're going to be looking at bloating tomorrow. Okay. So come with your, thank you very much, Carly. Come with your experiences. Let's talk about bloating, because it's real, right? My bloating, thankfully, has gone away. Touch wood. It's gone away. It's absolutely gone away. And I will tell you what I feel tomorrow, how I got rid of my bloating. But I will see you all tomorrow if you're around. If not, have a blessed week. Stay blessed, everyone. Have a productive week. Bye.